guys, how are you doing? I wanted to post this for you guys today, mostly just to give you something to watch, something to listen to. I have been at home, obviously a lot, scrolling through my feeds, my subscriptions, and just kind of really always refreshing and hoping for something that I can click on that will just take me away for a second. Right now, creating anything that's like really edited, super positive, excited, feels really weird and kind of ill-timed. So today I really just wanted to put something together that just had chill vibes, I guess. I don't know, just something that if you're in the middle of kind of a stressful day right now and you just want to take a break, sit down, I'll talk to you for like 10 or 15 minutes and you can just watch me write some calligraphy. I think maybe that's just the kind of therapy that we all need right now. I feel like there is like a mood that I've been trying to achieve this past week, which is like just peaceful yet aware, like not ignoring things necessarily, not trying to force out negativity or real life, but just really trying to be mindful, be peaceful, take things a little bit slower. I've been doing a lot of just sitting quietly in my living room. This morning had a very slow start to the day. It was like everything just kind of felt like it was crawling. The sky was really clouded over. It was raining, so there was just that soft sound of rain in the background. It's actually still raining right now, like looking outside out my window. And everything felt very slow, and I just took a little while to sit on the couch. I didn't have any of the lights on in the room. It was just the light coming in through my windows. And I just took a little while to sit and just sit in my feelings for a little bit. Just really absorb what I was feeling, and then also took a little bit of time to reach out and talk to some people that I haven't talked to in a little while. And just chat and wish them well and check in, and that felt really nice. I'm very guilty of just forgetting about keeping up with people day to day. Just sending a text even, giving a phone call to your mom. I've talked to my parents more this week than normal. Obviously I don't see them that much, but getting to talk with them, talk with my grandparents too. Just being close virtually with my family has felt good. I work from home anyway, so being at home is normal for me. I'm used to being here by myself all day. And I've come to really like it, almost like to a fault. Like I will like stay at home all day long. And, I feel like most people would probably be like, oh my gosh, you're probably going crazy because you just don't see anyone all day. And like, I think at first there's always a little bit of that feeling. But so shortly after I started working from home all the time, I just found so much comfort in it. And like, just finding comfort in your own company and finding ways to make yourself feel social, feel less lonely when you fill your day with sounds and sights of things that make you happy. You spend your day creating and working passionately on things that just drive you so forcefully, and it hasn't really been negative, but it just feels different now that the quarantine thing is happening. It sits different inside of you when you're being told to stay away from people, when you're being told not to go out, not to interact with others, not to gather with groups of friends, not to gather with family. It hits a little differently, and even though I'm doing the same things, I'm going through the same motions as I always do, it feels completely different to me when I wake up, because there's something to be said about making the choice to intentionally be home all day by yourself and work versus kind of feeling like you're being put in a box that says, don't leave this place for your health and safety and for the health and safety of others. Just that, coupled with consuming a lot of social media and a lot of news that's obviously not super positive, it just puts a certain lens on life, and it's been definitely a struggle for me to sort of combat that and reshape that lens that I'm putting on right now, because I do think that it is a choice. I think that you can choose to be happy in times like this and you want to be intentional about it, but it is possible. I was walking down the street a few days ago and I was passing by some like shops, like restaurants, and like a tea shop that I always go to. It's like my favorite tea shop in Ames. They sell the boba tea there and I love it so much. Oh my god, just thinking about it now I'm thirsty. But they've closed, obviously, like a lot of restaurants have. They closed, I think, on Wednesday. And it was just very surreal and a little bit disheartening for me to walk down the street where there's usually a lot of activity going on, to see no cars parked on the street, to see signs in almost every window, like these little 8.5 by 11 paper printed out signs that just say, you know, closed until further notice. And like you can see them from a distance too. It's just very eerie to just kind of look over at shops and say, oh yep, they're closed. It's kind of not entertaining, but I almost feel weirdly privileged to be experiencing it and to be aware of it. I've never experienced anything like this in my lifetime. I hope I never do again. But I've seen a few people that I follow sort of reframing this situation in a very positive way. And this quote that I'm drawing right now is a quote I've seen kind of floating around my Instagram lately. And it's almost like this like alter ego personality of what most people are embodying right now, which is like, oh, I am trapped in here. I'm so sad. I can't hang out with my friends. I can't do this thing. And it's like flipping it around and almost being like, oh my gosh, like we're staying inside. We're doing these beautiful things. And when we emerge, when we finally are able to open the doors again, it's almost like rays of sunshine are going to burst out of the doors of our homes because we've been inside creating so much light and so much life, and we're taking this time to dance, we're taking this time to do fitness, we're taking this time to do art, and all of these beautiful, beautiful things that maybe before we weren't making time for, or we just weren't being as conscious or aware about. And I remember reading this, and it was like I read this quote after just going through so many just negative or like apologetic posts, people being like things are canceled and missing out on this. And then I read this post and it was just like, wow, if there was ever a time where you could realize you have the absolute and utter power to decide how you're gonna feel about a situation, I think this post just puts it so perfectly. And sure, it's idyllic and it is not realistic for everyone, but I definitely felt that it kind of hit close to my heart because it reminded me that you have the opportunity, at the very least, the opportunity to choose how you're gonna feel during a time like this. And I really want to choose to feel the way that this quote reads. And I have been staying in and making a lot of art. If you follow my Instagram and you check your stories regularly, I've been popping on there quite a bit and filming a lot of videos. But it's been weird like sitting down and filming and just really trying to put on this punchy, happy version of who I am. It's not that I'm sad. Like, I wouldn't say I feel sad right now. I feel just a little softer. I feel like a little more fragile, you know? It just feels like a little bit of the wind has been taken out of me and that someone could come over and just kind of push on my shoulder and I would fall. But like, I'm standing right now, like I'm fine, I'm standing up, but someone could just come, and I feel like it wouldn't take a lot to just kind of crumble me into 1,000 tiny pieces. But for right now, I'm fine. I think it's like so, I wake up every day and it's a little different. And I think everyone probably feels that way, where it's like, we gotta do what we gotta do. And when the rubber hits the road, you gotta make stuff happen. We don't just get to stop living life. We don't just get to stop doing our jobs. We have to continue on mindfully and peacefully and gracefully, hopefully. I feel like I've gotten really introspective during this, but that's what's been going on in my head lately. And also, gosh, I'm just so grateful for my family right now. Just so grateful that every one of my family's doing okay and is healthy, and we're safe, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm grateful for YouTube, and I'm grateful that I am able to be at home creating during this time. Oh, I'm so happy. If I couldn't be creating right now, I think I would feel really lost. But I think I've definitely found a little bit of solace in just sitting down and making art right now, and just really concentrating on just making things and hopefully bringing some positivity and happiness into this world. So, yeah, I think that's good. Please feel free to share your thoughts on how you've been feeling deep inside on this video. I'm happy to get deep with you guys today. I'm definitely in that type of a mood. So thanks for sitting through this. Thanks for taking a few moments to relax with me here, for just watching some peaceful calligraphy. Writing this brought me a lot of zen, and hopefully watching it maybe inspired you to break out your pens and just do a little quote. Maybe share it with the people who follow you. All right, I think that's it. I'm gonna sign off for now, but I will be back very soon with a less melancholy video for you guys. All right, peace out.
Thank you.